Yeah, guys, this is a lesson in unpredictability. Today I was planning to finish up the coolant situation video from yesterday and burp out the coolant, add water, maybe do a coolant flush. Since I have to have this car operational within 2 days, I might not have the opportunity to do this. And the reason for that is, as you'll learn later in the video, is the state of my battery. What had happened is, for some odd reason, I am getting, and I kid you not, 2.365 volts on the battery. And obviously the ignition doesn't start. The car has been around here for a little bit. I'm afraid that one of my accessories decided to just go wild and drain the battery. All the accessories are connected directly through here, and they do not react to the ACC key on position. They only draw power from the battery, whether it's running or not, from this rail, and that's it. So whether the car is on or off, the radio and the USB quick charger that I have from the same power rail, they draw the power. So the USB quick charger could have failed. I'm going to diagnose further and let you know what happened here. Having such a disaster of a measurement, I decided to attempt to charge the battery first and see if there's any current leaks, shorts, or any other things that occurred. So I have this lovely little gadget that lives in a box. It is not the best trickle charger, but is indeed a trickle charger. 4 amps. The only complaint I have about this box is the types of voltages it sends, because it senses that it's cold or hot, but the box itself gets hot, and then it always thinks it's hot even during the winter time. It works on the same SAE type plugs that the power rail inside for the Motorola radio works on, and we just connect this to that in perfect polarity, and then I'm going to connect negative and positive, and as you can see, nothing's even coming up on the display, because typically it would show you battery status or something else. Here it's doing nothing. Thankfully, I'm in suburbia where I can grab an extension cord and connect this guy up, and it will start running. So finally this thing booted up, and now it's reporting an error. So I'm going to disconnect one of the battery terminals and reconnect it again, and it's still returning an error. So I might have pain on my hands in terms of the battery status. Trickle charger is returning an error message. So what I am going to do is I'm going to disconnect the battery from the car and figure out what in the heck is going on here. Here comes the positive terminal. I'm wearing rubber gloves, so I'm not gonna get a surprise of my life. The socket is too shallow for the negative terminal, so I'm gonna take this whole cable rail off. With the positive battery terminal off, I'm connecting the device. I don't know if you can see the screen. And we're connected up. And now, instead of an error, it's actually attempting to trickle charge. Right now it's rapid charging, kind of, on the battery. The battery is at such a low voltage. The voltage being displayed here is the voltage it's sending at the battery to charge it, and this is the amperage it's sending. So this may take a bit of time to recover the battery, and then I have to discover the short in the car. So my little car radio demo turned into a find a broken circuit in the car. See that indicator right there? It says summer. That's because it's warm outside. Yeah, this is crazy. 2.5 volts on the 12-volt battery. Insane. This battery, by the way, is 750 cca. So for something to kill it within 1 day of me swapping a thermostat, that has to probably be some kind of fault or short. Now, with my battery at 2 point whatever volts, it's only pushing 0.5 amps, half an amp, carefully, to maybe recondition the battery, and it's only pushing 11, 12 volts into the battery right now. So I've set the tester to continuity, and I'm quickly going to run through the fuse panel to see if all the fuses are okay. I know this is not to test for a short, but I'm just going to make sure that all the fuses have continuity. And this thing is just going to beep out at me. So guess what, YouTubers? My trunk was open and the trunk light was silently on for about, I don't know, 6-7 days. I exactly figured out when my battery is at 2.4 volts. So once it charges, we'll continue with the distilled water coolant replacement situation. The water out video is going to be a bust, but however, it gives me a chance to show this gadget off. Really cool. And it's still slowly charging the battery. On this camera, it's hard to tell. It's pushing now 4.0 amps at 11.6 volts. So by the time this is complete, I will lose the sun. It's a good thing that this was relatively minor, and it was just the trunk lid and the trunk lid light bulb. The trunk was closed, but it was clicked open, and therefore the light bulb triggered. And it's a good thing that I ran through all the fuses, figured out that none of them were blown, don't have a short to ground, just that stupid light. However, this is more intended for people who already have their HEM license. So here's the radio. It's not turning on.